In 2016, the army of Helloween fans around the globe held their breath in awe and anticipation after the band's announcement of their Pumpkins United World Tour, in which the band brought together the three different generations of the legendary musicians, forming the ultimate Helloween lineup. And so after dozens of sold-out shows around the world, Helloween's loyal fans were left with a rather bittersweet feeling. Their fairy tale was over way too soon. And yet, it wasn't the end, but rather a new and exciting chapter for the power metal pioneers, and they are ready to celebrate it with a brand new record. So let's take a detailed, track-by-track look at what is inside the Helloween's self-titled album. Here you go. A quick yet very important note before we start though. Next week we will welcome the band's guitarist and songwriter Sasha Gersner on the show to speak in details about the album, touring and more. So make sure you don't miss the episode, and please do not hesitate to submit your questions to Sasha in the comment section below. Alright, let's do it. The album opens with a suspicious synth and guitar intro for Out for the Glory, in which the band shows that you are about to embark on a gripping journey and set in a grand mood for the entire record. The intro then quickly develops into a rapid power metal piece, melodic yet vigorous. The track's rhythm section, comprised of a masterful bass performance by the band's co-founder Markus Grauskopf and Helloween's longest-serving drummer Daniel Lobel, creates a tenacious backbone for the song, allowing others to burst in creativity on top of it. By the way, for this record, Daniel used the original drum kit of late Ingo Schwichtenberg, thus paying homage to the band's co-founder. The three singers' voices sound extremely cohesive together, working in synergy and complementing each other without actually trying to grab unnecessary attention. A vigorous, painkiller-like scream in the second bridge builds up the tension, only to burst in a masterful dueling guitar solo accompanied by a very precise rhythm guitar work by Kai Hansen. Written by Michael Waketh, Out for the Glory is a classic Helloween song and a perfect album opener. The next track, Fear of the Fallen, was released as one of the singles to the album.
Is this the road you're taking? Is this the life you're chasing?
It opens with an enchanting acoustic guitar intro, which, together with a pleasant vocal melody, makes you want to close your eyes and embark on an erupting journey through the distant and long-forgotten memories. And just when you fall into the trap of this foreword, it gets interrupted by a ferocious guitar riff, growing the song into one of the most energetic and assertive tracks on the album, reaching its climax in a minute-long guitar solo. One of the strongest tracks on the album, for me personally. On the follow-up, Best Time, co-written by Sasha Gersner and Andy Darius, the band brings light and almost party-like atmosphere back on the table. Its simple and catchy chorus will stay in your head for hours to come, believe me, and the song's lyrics, which bring a listener back the memories of, good times, together with a radio-friendly melody, will echo with a wide audience, possibly far beyond the regular power metal crowd. In a way, it reminds me of Judas Priest's Turbo, in which the band stays true to itself, yet at the same time taps beyond its usual comfort zone. By the way, the Judas Priest Turbo album in our Defenders of the Faith series is already up on the channel, so make sure you check it out, it's a really fun one. Mass Pollution is heavy metal at its best. It is rapid and powerful, robust yet not pretentious. It is everything I love the genre for.
I love it!
The song's simple yet monumental breakdown will be a perfect headbanging moment for all future live shows, whenever those will resume of course, and its final climax with the call and response "Make Some Noise" scream will be a great shout-along. Now all we have to do is wash our hands and pray that live concerts will happen again soon. On Angels, Helloween leaned towards a more melodic side and decides to break the standard song structures, taking the listener on an emotional roller coaster ride with several tempo and melody changes accompanied by masterful instrumental orchestrations. The band then chooses an energetic Rise Without Chains to close the first half of the album. It opens with a catchy guitar riff which forms the song's main theme and runs as a thread throughout the track. And together with a powerful rhythm section, it creates this vivid image of an unstoppable force rising up to the skies with no powers having even a slightest chance standing in its way. Overall, it is probably one of the most uplifting and inspiring songs on the album, and it is exactly what humanity needs during these uncertain times. The following track, Indestructible, opens with a significantly heavier guitar riff, accompanied by a steady drum work and a profuse bass line. With a catchy hard rock tune, this song praises diversity and could well possibly be an allegory on the career of the band itself. With all the ups and downs, lineup changes, and everything the band has been through, Helloween still manages to not only go on with creating new music, but also continues climbing the new heights, being a trendsetter in a power metal genre. Then we have Robokin, and it is a rather experimental track which unites both the Helloween speed and aggression together with the modern guitar sound, forming a rather sanguine tune. On this one, Waketh proves once again that he's an extraordinary songwriter who is able to combine the pieces which seem absolutely unrelated into one cohesive mechanism, making them work in synergy and produce a unique outcome. And the next one, Cyanide, is a crushing heavy metal piece, full of energy and vigor. It is rapid and assertive and leaves a rather uplifting feeling despite raising some, rather complicated issues in its lyrics. The haunting opening intro to Down in the Dumps sets a grand mood for the song, making it absolutely clear that there is no way that this song is going to fall short of being epic. The minute-long intro steadily grows into a power metal masterpiece comprised of galloping guitar riffs and backed by an unshakable rhythm section. Down in the Dumps is a quintessential Helloween track which has absolutely everything fans love the band for. It is perfectly balanced with just a right amount of epicness, vigor, and melody in it. And it is a perfect song to lead to the album's closer. Helloween's monumental opus, which was released as a single in April, is introduced by an instrumental piece, Orbit, which purpose is rather simple: to serve as a bridge and build up expectations for the grand finale. And it is grand indeed. Skyfall is a masterpiece all throughout, starting with its enchanting melodic intro, which quickly grows into a rapid and vicious guitar riff, and its masterful rhythm section, going into a slow melodic bridge which lets you breathe for just a moment, just to get swept away by the powerful chorus in which the singers unite their voices in a perfect synergy. The dueling guitar solo in which the guitarists showcase their masterful skill sets is simply mind-blowing. And the enchanting final bridge, together with the song's closing theme, makes you want to long for more, and thus making it a perfect ending for a flawless record. By the way, if you're interested in more detailed breakdown of the song's composition, there is a special episode dedicated to Skyfall, which was released, back in April, so make sure to check it out. Overall, Helloween's self-titled album is power metal at its best. All 5 of the band's songwriters bring something absolutely unique to the table, making this record diverse yet cohesive. Helloween simply know how to forge power metal, and so this is exactly what they do here. So if you are a power metal fan, I have absolutely no doubts that you will love it. And if you're new to the genre, I still stand firm in my opinion. But please do not hesitate to share your personal opinion of what you think of the album's singles, and if you're watching this after the album's release date, what do you think of the album itself in the comment section down below. I'm really curious to find out what power metal and Helloween fans think of the self-titled album and why.
Write that down, write that down!
And also don't forget that next week we will be welcoming Sasha Gersner on the channel to speak about the album in details, touring, and a lot of other stuff. So please don't forget to click on that subscribe button to not miss it. And it will also really help me grow this project. I mean, it's Helloween, and it's Helloween at its best. So what grade do you expect? Just go and get the album if you haven't yet. Keep rocking.